Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. This is Jennifer. Boy, did I have a good weekend. Guys, we've been super coy about it because we always are, but I got to have a best friend weekend. Jules and her daughter drove into Austin and it was a fantastic weekend. We did almost nothing crafty at all. I'll let her tell you about that in her video, but mostly we just hung out. It was great. We went to some of my favorite stores around town and ate good food and drank and laughed and just had the most cathartic time. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to show you is what she gave me as my early birthday gift, because my birthday is at the end of April and I won't see her again for a while, so she brought me birthday presents. All of my gifts were wrapped in fabric, so these are the awesome, yummy fabrics that she gave me. This one was from her Bindi quilt that she did recently, and I love all these. This is last year's birthday gift. She had actually talked to me about it previously, and these are so fun, guys. I love them so much. These are slat bracelets that she has used her Cricut to put the kinds of stabilizers I use for my embroidery machine. So let me show you what it's for. This is a heavy duty wash away stabilizer. Here's the slat bracelet. I've already been using this one because I had this out yesterday, and it goes around and it holds your stabilizer. Isn't that cool? So I have those for pretty much every stabilizer I'm ever going to need. So I'm very excited about that because if the wrapper gets lost, it is such a pain to remember what everything is. And this is a great way to keep that information so that I don't have to figure it out. She gave me a little hip stitch pin that I'm going to put on my quilt show bag. Hip Stitch is the local quilt store where she's working now. She gave me this awesome little wrist, again, slat bracelet, little wrist pin cushion, little magnetic pin cushion. These are handmade soaps from a former coworker. They're lavender, and that's about the most I can do. I'm very scent sensitive. I can do vanilla, brown sugar, that kind of thing, and I can do lavender, and that's pretty much it. Anything else like rose or really any other scent just sets my allergies off like crazy. So these are perfect. I also only use bar soap now, so these are perfect for my bathrooms. This one I'm very excited about. This is a set of glide thread. This is more glide thread than I already owned. And this is the Kimberbell spring shower set. Glide thread is 40 weight and it can be used for quilting, which is what I've been using it for, but it can also be used for machine embroidery, and I haven't tried it for that yet, so that is definitely on my agenda. And the final thing is probably my favorite. She also made me a shirt, which you will probably see me wearing in future videos, and I love this. She did this on her Cricut and just, it's so good. It's so good. And she has one too. So Jules, thank you so much. I love all of these. I love them so much. I can't wait to get all of this stuff in circulation. And I know I will think about you every time I use it because that's how my brain works. Jules also brought me a little something for my son. This was a request on my part. I had some black vinyl that I bought for a project a while back that was specifically for Cricuts. And there is this the show that my son loves that does not have merchandise. They don't have any official merchandise. And so I bought the shirt and then she did this for me. So this is for my son. It's from a Netflix anime called Scissor 7. And so that's that. And I already sent him a picture and he loves it and I cannot wait to give it to him. I have very little to show you of my own stuff. I pieced a whole bunch of Linus quilt backs last week. I think I pieced 8 or 9. So I have a ton of quilts ready to be quilted, and I'm hoping to get at least one done before Linus on Saturday. The only other thing that I personally did was I took apart a sweater that I made when I was non-weight bearing. So after my surgery, I did a ridiculous amount of crocheting because I couldn't walk. And I made this pink sweater that was basically granny squares. It was a pattern I found online. It was 2 big granny squares and then you made all these little connector pieces. Well, I never wore it. I never wore it. So I took it apart and now it is 2 perfectly preemie sized blankets for Linus. This is, oh gosh, I can't even remember. These are the little yarn cakes. I can't remember at all. I think they're Lion brand and they're really soft. It has a little bit of sparkle. So this is one. Remember, this was a sweater. It was intended to be a sweater. It only took me half an hour to take them apart. And now I have 2, the same but different. I love these. These are the ones where the yarn changes, so it's all one piece of yarn, the colors change, so you don't have to change colors. These will be so much better as preemie blankets than they were as a sweater. I think I was just bored out of my mind when I made the original, but I'm so glad that I'll be able to share this with Linus. The very last thing I have to share with you guys is a quilt block I got in the mail from Claudia. She sent me this so that if Linus makes and donates quilts to refugees, which we probably are going to be, to Ukrainian refugees, it's not an official word as a board member, it's just like we're working on it. She sent me this so that I can put it in any quilt that I might make that would go to refugees. So I will definitely, I'm going to just put this on my design wall so I can start on this as soon as I have a few minutes to put together. So guys, that is it. Again, I had a fantastic weekend. Jules, thank you so much for coming to Austin. That was the best birthday gift. It was wonderful, and we just had the best, I keep saying that. We had the best time. That's why they're called best friends, because you have the best time. We did have a chance to send Amber a shout out, tell her happy birthday, because our own Amber HP5 Freak, her birthday was on Saturday. I love my friends, and I'm still riding that high of getting to spend time with someone that you just, you know, who you love, who just lifts you up and makes your life better. So I hope you get to spend time with your best friend and with someone who makes you feel the way that my best friend makes me feel. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a very crafty week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.